out on the road again. Just can't wait to get out on the road again. Alright, so 3, 2, 1. Welcome and good morning to the Friday Morning Commute. This is your host, Rovin Doug, back with another exciting update as we actually have word from Bungie this week. Yes, folks, it is the 22nd. That means yesterday was the 21st and was the first weekly update since the start of the holidays and all that fun jazz. So, let's dive right on in. We're going to start with Xur, as usual. See what he brought us in our Xurios today. For the Titans, we have the Mark 44 stand-asides. For the Hunters, we have the Sealed Hamkara Grasps. For Warlocks, we have the Ram. Ooh, a Rame. For everyone, we have the Exotic Body Armor Engram. And then for those lacking Year 1 gear, we have the Legacy Exotic Gauntlet Engram. So remember, folks, the Exotic Legacy Engram, Legacy Exotic Engram, however you want to put those words in what order, is only for Year 1 exotics of that type. So if you grab it, don't expect a Year 2 exotic. But feel free to round out your Year 1 collection, and all will be good. So, yesterday was the Bungie weekly update, and it was about as much information as I'd hoped for. Good morning, Sir Richard. So, in Bungie's weekly update, we got word of their week-long event coming up in February called Crimson Days. It's a playoff Valentine's Day. Not quite the holiday I was hoping for, but at least it's something that most Americans will understand. So that's nice. With that being said, Tower's gonna get a makeover. It's gonna be all nice and red and pretty, and the screenshot was really nice looking. I'm excited. We are getting a new week-long PvP event. So with these events, we've seen a trend of kind of one-off special game types. With the Festival of the Lost, we had the candy, which we could get to redeem masks. With SRL, we had the racing. Of course, that was 3 weeks, but it's still a one-off event at the moment. If they bring it back, we'll find out for more. And then for Crimson Days, they have something called Crimson Doubles. So you get to choose your partner to go up against another double. So it's 2v2 with a very interesting mechanic that they have not, from what I can tell, explained what it is. I'm going to say it's something like doubles, no spawn, you have to revive your teammate. And that, or the closer you are together, the more damage you do. Something in that regard. Something to play off Valentine's Day, Lover's Day. Which will be very interesting. I'm excited to see it. Going along with the rest of the weekly update, we've learned that Iron Banner is next week, runs through the end of January. So it's following the trend of being the end of the month event for Destiny. This month, however, we have Rift as the game type. Now that you're done spitting your coffee, yes, Rift is the game type. And I am actually excited to see how this plays out. Now, I don't know, and I'm going to butcher this, I'm sorry, but I don't know how much of the lore you know behind Iron Banner, but it's essentially to forge companies of Guardians to go out into the battlefield, complete fire teams, to go out in the battlefield and fight together. So, the fact that you can play Control, be by yourself, and still do decent is okay. And I think with Year 1, that was acceptable because they were still getting everything under wraps. But with this recent trend of bringing out new types of Iron Banner, I like it because it causes you to go out and find other members in the community. Now, there's going to be some people who do not like this. I've played a few matches of Rift myself, by yourself, and you're like, what the heck is this team doing? And that's very true. If you don't have a cohesive team, you can't rock it. Or Rift it. Anyways. With that being said, there's a good amount of resources out there and community clans and the like that if you really wanted to succeed well in this Iron Banner, you're going to be able to find that group of individuals that you meld with and play. Now, with that being said, the assault is very, very, very real from what I can tell. A lot of people are like, why are you doing this? And with Iron Banner, it's one of the safest ways that Bungie can test to see whether or not a different playstyle is suited for kind of this endgame PvP meta, where it's your highest gear that is what's going to save you between killing your opponent and your opponent killing you, or you causing the spark to ignite. Going a little bit further, we learned that Bungie has been, since the start of the Taken King, had been kind of toying with the PvP meta and the matchmaking, which doesn't surprise me. If you want a challenge, PvP should be it. Now, I guarantee that the meta of the current PvP favors the slight cheese of shotguns and the lag because of these kind of more algorithmic connections is being enforced, makes it so that the PvP meta, the PvP is just not any fun in general. However, now we know what's going on. Now we can kind of figure out that, oh, okay, they're trying to match us with people of our skill, our supposed skill, and they're recalculating after each match. With that being said, they're still going to have to work on the calls, and hopefully they'll be able to make some strides in that with their current server code. Otherwise, it may be something where start of the year 3, Destiny 2, hopefully Destiny 2, we don't know yet, we actually see a occurrence of dedicated multiplayer servers. Maybe the PvE is still host-based per machine or per fire team, but PvP would be very stable, be more enjoyable, there we go, with a dedicated host for the matches to be held on. I would help with the lag in Trials of Osiris, would help with the lag in Iron Banner, and would just make the entire Crucible an more enjoyable experience in the sense that you're not going to be salty because of lag or your call speed, as they called it. Now, going forward, we still have probably 2 to 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, until we get the end of February update. So, end of February, beginning of March, we should be getting another weapon patch update. At least that was the news according to the last weekly update last year. That being said, it makes sense, if that's the case, that we wouldn't have heard anything. I'm expecting some really good content to come from this. The Crimson Days, it's very obvious that it's a current stopgap. I'm hoping it's going to be a very fun stopgap that will allow for a good week of entertainment for everyone around, and potentially some really cool looking gear, especially if the gear is also Crimson Days themed in the sense of kind of a red color scheme, maybe some black, I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, but it's going to be cool. I'm really excited. It's going to be a blast. So, my opinion of the weekly update, it's solid. I mean, it's not spectacular. It's not overwhelming. It's not, I think, what a lot of people wanted to see, but I think it's what a lot of people were expecting to see. So I'm going to start this whole new rating system of the weekly update. I'm going to give it a 7 because it brings to light some new things. It tells us about what's coming up. You know, not spectacular, but not underwhelming as well. There were some pretty underwhelming weekly updates last year. So, we'll see what Bungie has in store for us next week. You know, I hope you guys enjoy at least a little bit of Rift and the Iron Banner. If not, you know, like I said previously, this is one of the ways that Bungie can test different Crucible types, game types in the end game to see how it goes. Now, okay, I'm going to spitball here. What about Mayhem Iron Banner? That would be insane. Like Mayhem Control, oh my goodness. Go in as Hammer and Shield Titans and then just pop and tings all around. All the pops, all the tings. Bah. In any case, I at least have a glimmer of hope for the end of this year. Thankfully, Bungie did not underwhelm with this weekly update. They didn't come out and say, hey, here's your update. We're going to get more information. We learned something. We knew we were going to get an event, but now we know what it is. The Crucible behind-the-scenes work is very important to know. And I agree with their reason of not sharing this information up front, as they wanted unbiased data. And it's hard to get unbiased data from a community or from users. Thankfully, Bungie has the community that they have that plays all over the world, so they're able to get very global statistics, which is very beneficial from them. You know, for my work, if I were to get a sampling that covered the entire United States, maybe even Canada and Mexico, I would be doing good. However, as it is, I'm kind of limited to what we get from our clients, and so at the moment that's good enough. Our client base is growing, which is good. But sometimes you just have to try something without anyone knowing, and then if it's working, clue them in later. If it's not working as well as you hoped, you still clue them in, but you say, and we're going to make it better by doing X, Y, and Z. So, with all that being said, I'm going to recover what Xur has before I hit the office. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable Friday. Hopefully, it will be a great day, and we will see all of you later. So, Xur, week 19 for the Titans has the Mark 44 stand-asides. For the Hunters has the sealed Ahamkara grasps. For the Warlocks, we have the Ram. For everyone, we have the exotic body armor Ingram. And then for those year 1 perfectionists, we have the legacy exotic gauntlet Ingram. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will see all of you guys next week. Thanks for joining. As always, if you haven't, please follow here on Periscope to see when I go live. You can also follow me on Twitter to see when I go live on Periscope or Twitch, where I stream video games inconsistently, but I do occasionally. You can also follow me there, all three, Periscope, Twitter, and Twitch, using the same username, @Rovendug. You have a good day as well, Sir Richard. You can also find this video uploaded to YouTube later. It will be under, hopefully this, you should be able to search Rovendug and pop me up. I'm the guy with the blue hair. If not, search Douglas Holman. That should find it. As always, Guardians, I will see you Starside. Bye.